Hello, in this tutorial, we're going to walk you through some reminders when you feel your email is not working. Now, the first caveat is PostureScreen, SquatScreen, LeanScreen. Our apps are not email clients. So when you say your email doesn't work, that's not our app that's not working. It's really important that you guys understand that. It's not the app. Your email is to blame, or your method that you're doing this is to blame. And I want to show you this so you understand how this works, right? Because it's a very common question. The first thing that we see is that people are so excited to use PostureScreen, they never set up their actual email on their device itself. Now, what they do instead is they download the Gmail app, which down here on the bottom left, you can see the Gmail app, you can see the Outlook app. Those are not what PostureScreen uses by default to send emails. What you need to set up is the Apple Mail app, which is right here. That is what you have to set up, is the Apple Mail app itself. Now, the way you do that, always check this. If you have the Apple Mail set up and you say that your emails are not sending, sometimes, depending on what version of the operating system you're on, sometimes that mail client just simply goes to sleep. All you have to do is just open it up. And usually what you'll see is that you'll hear emails automatically get sent out, kind of like send and receive. You remember back in the old days, you had to hit send and receive in your client? Well, with that being said, a lot of times that's all you have to do if you've set up Apple Mail, okay? Now, again, the way that you send emails, I want to review that too to make sure we're on the same track slowly, and then I'll walk in and do a tutorial on the basics on setting up the email and check an account. So when you're in PostureScreen, okay, and I'll just go to the client view, when I want to send an exam or an assessment, all I have to do is, there's a couple ways that you can do it. The easiest way is you can hit the reports and then choose what do you want to send. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit send a to view analysis. Now here is where customers make a drastic mistake. You see at the top it says Outlook, and if I scroll through here, you'll probably see Gmail. They choose that to send. That's wrong. That's incorrect. That is not what you want to do. That is a sharing to another app. By you doing that, if I go ahead and do that, it's just going to copy over the PDF. What you want to do is look for, and it could be in a different order, you want to look for the email. See right here it says email? That will open the Apple Mail app default. Now, caveat, hopefully you guys didn't delete it from your iPad when you got it, otherwise you have to reinstall it. But when I click this, notice that it automatically brings in a template of all the text and then attaches the PDF, right? That's what you want to do, is you want to have that set. And then all I have to do is at the top, just hit that little arrow and it sends out. Okay, and if you have the volume on, you hear a little swoosh sound, okay? The other way is that if you're actually in an evaluation, and I'm in the evaluation, come down to the bottom right and hit send, and then you can choose here. It's basically the same screen except a bigger version of it. So if I wanted to, send the LeanScreen PDF, again, I would hit email, okay? And then hit send, okay? That arrow at the top. Now, that is how you properly send. I wanted to belabor the point because, again, where people go wrong is that they're using the share icons up top. Okay, that's not what you do. You have to set up the Apple Mail app. If you haven't set it up, it'll say that you can't send an email. You'll get a pop-up warning or something to that effect. So, to review, and there's a link on this page to the actual Apple tutorial on how to do that. What you want to do is you want to find this gray gear. See on the bottom row of icons, right here, there's this little icon. We click on that icon. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down to Mail. Here, you can click Accounts, and you can double check your accounts. Sometimes, during an upgrade of your operating system, it will need you to re-authenticate and put in your password. So we can, if I drill into Gmail, we can see that everything is set up and that the mail is being used. See how it's toggled on, toggled off. So that is already set up. So that will be my mail because I have, on this one, I have my iCloud shut off to send email. If you have multiple accounts or you want to add another account, you could go ahead and do that here, okay? If you have more than one account active, you can choose which one you want for your default as well too, okay? That's in an Apple Mail tutorial as well too on the Apple site. So this is where if you have to come back in, if your email is not working, what you could do is you could come in here, delete the account and reset it up again. That's what we recommend. If you can't get the mail to work, come in here in settings, delete the account and reset it up. Basically refresh the email account, okay? And then just so you know, once again, you do not use the Gmail app or the Outlook app or the Yahoo app or the one of 10 million different email client apps. You got to use the Apple Mail app to send your emails, okay? So that has to be set up. And again, if it seems like it doesn't want to send emails, just open it up first. See if it sends and receives then. Sometimes it goes to sleep, if you will, okay? So I wanted to make this tutorial because a lot of times people will email in and say, hey, my email doesn't work. Your app is broken. No, it has nothing to do with our app. Our app hands off to the Apple Mail app, right? So we just basically say, hey, Apple Mail, send this document and send this PDF attachment, and then it hands off to it directly. And that's far more efficient than using any of the other email clients to be able to do that. So say it was a movement screen. If I go into the movement screen and I want to send, I can come here and say I want to send this. Again, I hit the email and then it becomes formatted for that email. Notice the arrow up top here. I just have to hit that little arrow to send it, okay? That's all there is to it. Hopefully this review helped you understand how mail works on an iPhone or an iPad. It's the same thing on the iPhone. Any additional questions, you can reach out to support@PostureScreen.com. If you still can't get your Apple Mail to work, you just need to reach out to Apple. Support.apple.com is the best way to get a hold of them. And they'll walk you through on how to set it up and work with that. If your mail is sending from the wrong email account, they can help you with that as well too. You can choose your default email. So if you have multiple accounts, you can choose your default, which it sends from, or you can choose at the time of sending the email. Okay? Hopefully that helps. Let us know, and thanks for using PostureScreen.